And the own source revenue is, of course, a conversation that Kenyans have argued. There are counties that are able to get, to collect more. If you could give us a perspective of Kirinyaga, perhaps, what would be the visions of as you exit 2024 to 2025 to ensure that you continue meeting the targets and those that are maybe flopping, so that then when you collect, you're then not told, if possible, you have to wait for the shareable ones. If that conversation can be, Kirinyaga has collected this, let us be able to manage and do what we need to do with this amount.
I think that's a very simplistic reasoning.
Is that so?
It was never intended that counties should be funded by their own source revenue. That was never the intention. It was not in the Constitution, because if it was, then we should be collecting PAYE. But the PAYE of my staff goes to national government. There is tax that is collected at the county level that goes to national government. So it's a very simplistic reasoning for people to say that counties should collect enough money to run the counties. If that was so, we would be fully autonomous, like the United States, for example, where we collect taxes. All the taxes that are collected in Kirinyaga are put in one kitty for Kirinyaga, but that's not what happens. Housing levy is collected and goes national. Pay as you earn is collected and goes national. And the national taxes that are collected at county level go to national level. That is why we get equitable share. And I think the problem with us is sometimes we get very lazy in analyzing, and maybe that's why sometimes we don't respond all the time. And people just say that counties should collect enough revenue to run their county affairs. That was never envisioned by our structure of devolution. Our devolution system is not fully autonomous. It's a hybrid residential system, and the functions that are carried by the counties are not all the counties. For example, security is not fully devolved, Police are not devolved, but they operate at county level. And so it's the system that we have, which is a hybrid, that requires that the national government, when it collects, allocates certain resources for certain functions to county government, because they collect across the country. Otherwise, then we would be a fully autonomous, like other countries, where you say a state is completely independent, collects all the revenue, and then they can run everything at the county level. So that wasn't envisioned by our constitution and was never really intended to be the system. So the on-source revenue has a limit. We only collect market fees and collect some parking fees, so we don't collect every tax, and therefore that is not sufficient money to run a county and provide service delivery